Hello everybody, this is just a quick tutorial on how you would access your KapTest.com student account. The first thing you want to do is you're going to want to log in or go to KapTest.com/login. And then, we're going to see this particular screen here. Now, this is the part that usually throws people a bit, and that is you're going to have to enter in the email that was used to sign up for the course and the password that Kaplan sent you. Most often what happens is that people lose or don't spot the email that has their password in it. So just simply click the forgot your password. And again, enter in the email that you were given when you signed it up, or what that you used when you signed up for the course. Enter that in, submit it, and you'll get a password. Okay, so assuming you do all of that and you get your password, I'm going to use a sample student account, but it would look something like this when you logged in. Notice what we're going to have up here. We're going to have dashboard, study plan, resources, channel, question bank. All of these things are kind of important, so let's just quickly go through each one. The study plan, if this pops up, here we go. This is going to show you, we don't need that. Okay, this is going to show you for each of the class sessions what the homework is for each one. So for example, we completed, say, class session number 1, and that had to do with the intro to math and the critical reading. So there's a few important things here. Number 1 is that if you've missed the session, there are going to be options for you to watch it over again with this blue button here, the lesson on demand video. So we click that just for a moment, and that would be about 23 minutes long. Let me pause it for a moment. About 23 minutes for that section, half an hour for this one, 18. So not quite as long as the actual session that if you attended it in class, but it's enough to get you going on how to work through those particular chapters. Okay, so there's that. Another thing, part 2 here, of course, is the homework. For this particular session, there were 2 different homeworks, right? There was the math quiz 1 and the reading quiz 1. We would click on both of those, and now since this is a sample account, it's showing that it's already completed. But normally there would be a button here that you would just be able to access the test itself, and then of course you could review it. Now the review is very helpful. Click that for a moment. This will load. Because what it'll do is it will show you what the correct answers are, and then reviewing it, showing you how it is that you would solve the given problem with some strategic advice on how to get to the answer. So it's a good way to kind of refresh over the concepts that we talked about in class. Okay, and the same thing goes for all the other sessions as well, right? For class session 2, there's going to be homeworks and recap and so on. And then the final thing here is the SAT channel. These are short little videos that give you additional information about topics that were covered in class. So for example, study skills. There's a little video on how best to set up your time so that you're able to maximize your homework practice. A review over the reading, review over the math, all this sort of stuff. I highly encourage you to watch every single one of these and complete all of the homework. It will only help you with your actual course. And then finally, we got recommendations and extra practice. This is not going to pop up here. Well, so we have some buttons here. Teach me more, test me more. Test me more would give you additional questions based on how much you've completed. So for this sample account, it says we don't have any recommended assignments. So we would need to kind of complete these different things. Maybe a math foundations quiz looks like that would be there. But again, what that button is for, well, actually, let's go back again. I don't know why it keeps popping that up. Okay, what that's for is just to give you additional practice. All right, and then, okay, so then this button here, resources, this would give you here it is again. This would give you all of everything else of the different types of quizzes and extra practice things that you'd have. So out of this, it looks like there's about 69 different ones that Kaplan has up here. Okay, so there's a quick quiz on inequalities, there's stuff on sentence structure. Anyway, we'll be covering all of these as we go through with the course. And then, let's see, channel. These again would be the short little videos. Some of them are actually live streaming, but videos on different types of extra concepts covered in the course that an instructor will be talking about, giving you some additional practice. And as you can see, some of these are live, so you can log in and watch it as for example, David Staples does a talk on literature, reading passages, and that would be 7 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. on Wednesday, August the 8th. Okay, so we'll have some more information on this as we go through the course. But again, that's just another series of references or extra materials for you for this class. Okay, and then finally, their Q bank, or take a wild guess, that would mean the question bank. And this one also is very helpful. Look at this. What we can do here is we can select what type of topic do we want to practice on. Okay, so for example, with evidence-based reading, we could check command of evidence question, connections questions, and so on. Let's say we want to practice. Say you looked over your practice test, and you noticed that rhetoric questions you weren't doing so well with. Okay, so let's just select that for a moment, and let's click calculate how many questions they have. Hold on a second. All items. That's what we want to do. Available questions, all items. Let's do that. There. This is messing up a little bit. Okay, we're going to come back to this. I'll make another little a video perhaps on this, but this is glitching, and it's probably just because this is the student sample account, and it's not pulling up some of the stuff. But anyway, we'll come back to this. But regardless, the point is, let's go back to this, actually back to the study plan. Point is that given under the study plan, this is where you're going to have the bulk of your extra homework and videos. Okay? So, hopefully that was helpful. As always, if you have any questions, you can reach out to me.